any time in the past where you had a downturn or a recession, there was like this formula that was followed. Well, there's so many different variables when you look at COVID and you look at supply chain disruption, and you look at a war in the Ukraine. And so I think there's so many different inputs. It's not like you can say, if this says this, then it means that. I mean, we still don't know. From a General Motors perspective, even as of last week, we're still seeing strong demand for our vehicles. But we're mindful because we see, the steady rise of ATPs that's starting to, come back a little, but still well ahead of where we were pre-COVID. Incentives are still very low, but maybe a little higher than they were. But again, well under where we were pre-COVID. And so we're just watching very carefully because we're all in uncharted territory. And I think that's what you saw with the BRT. You saw, as a CEO, you're paid to, make sure you're managing risk in an environment of great uncertainty and variability. So what are we doing specifically at General Motors? We're setting up our budget to be very conservative on a cost perspective, while still making sure if there's upside that we can seize that opportunity. So we're planning for an industry, a SAR around 15, and but having contingency planning plus or minus off of that. And so we're going to go in very conservatively into next year, but still not be so conservative that we're not able to take advantage of opportunities as they're presented. And of course, from General Motors, again, super proud of the team, because when we were in March of 2020 and our plants went down, the organization took out costs exceptionally quickly and with the focus that we need. So I have a lot of confidence in the senior leadership team that as we start to see and have better insights into what's happening next year, we'll take the appropriate actions. But we've started from a pretty conservative place.